Sam, today's dinner party was really fun. I'm sorry for having you pay for me yet again.
Well, that's fine by Bree. What the hell was that today? Why did you have to be so rude to my husband today?
Huh? I have no clue what you're going on about, but...
I'm not screwing around right now. You were the one that asked to have this dinner party today so that you could talk with us. And that's the reason my husband and I made that reservation for that nice restaurant. Yet you and your husband kept on treating my husband like there was something wrong with him. So to us, that was not a fun dinner whatsoever. We didn't really try to treat Alan as though there was something wrong with him. Actually, we were very kind to him today.
What? You should know that myself and my husband have both graduated from a university, right? But out of all of us, there's the outlier, which is your husband, Alan. So we just thought that since he was a high school dropout, he wouldn't be able to understand our high-level conversations. And so to be kind enough to him, we made sure to speak in simple terminology. Yet you both started talking to him in the most childish manner possible. And then when there was something he questioned, you turned to one another and say that this was only natural of a dropout. And then you both would talk to him again like he was some kind of baby. But that wasn't us trying to treat him like he was stupid or anything. We just wanted to make sure that Alan could be part of the conversation and understand everything. Yet it seems you think we were trying to make fun of him or something. Maybe you thinking that way secretly means you're the one thinking your husband really is an idiot.
Huh?
I should have known that being a high school dropout would come with so many problems. Will you feel as though he's not smart enough for you? Why not just divorce him? It's not fair for us to have considered him a part of our family, right?
Alan is a very respectable man and has done well for himself. So there's no way I'll ever divorce him for the reasons you're giving me. This is definitely not something someone in your shoes should be saying anyway, Bree.
But that's exactly why I brought this up to you. I really never thought that I'd get a wedding invitation from you today to get to see with Alan. And since it'll be a cheap wedding anyway, with that dropout of yours, there's no way my husband and I would ever be able to sit through it. But I guess we'll come if that's really going to make you happy. I had planned out the perfect time to hand you our invitation and everything, but to think you'd actually just sit there and laughing at me and Alan about it? Sam, please think this through at least one more time. Your husband is a dropout, and a high school dropout at that, so he'll only bring you trouble in the future. And it's not like he'll be able to find a good career, and if he does, it'll be somewhere with low salary, right? If you could just divorce that useless husband, right now would be the best time before you have that wedding. I'll say it as many times as I have to. I am not going to divorce Alan just because you say I should. No matter how hard Alan has tried to find good work, he'll never stop treating me with the love and care that makes me respect him. I'm asking you to stop all of this right now, and for you both to look past the education he has. If you do happen to come to the wedding for the both of us, you'd better behave yourselves, or else I will not forgive either one of you. I can't tell you're really upset after yesterday, and so I am. I'm sorry about them, Alan. I should have known that those two would be rude to you.
Huh? I'm not actually all that angry about it, though.
But this morning, you didn't even talk with me at all, and left me straight for work. That must mean you're really upset about yesterday, right?
That's not it at all. I had a client that I really needed to make it in for, so I had no time to dilly-dally this morning. So I was out of the house before you even got out of bed. Oh, you don't have to worry about how I feel, because that was the only reason I didn't see you.
Is that true?
I'm really not that upset about any of that yesterday. If anything, I'm used to being picked on like that, so dealing with your sister and her husband was no problem at all. Actually, yesterday was kind of fun for me. When they'd start talking all businesslike, I could tell that they've never actually used some of those words before. Sometimes I'd chime in saying, "Wow, that system is like expecto patronum," and the two would reply, "Yeah, that system was like expo."
I was wondering why you were laughing so much back then. I guess those two didn't even know you were mixing in magic spells with their fake business talk.
Well, I'm just going off the fact that I'm a high school dropout, right? And normally, when you compare someone that graduated college to someone without a high school diploma, the college graduate is much more intelligent. I know better than to think that I'm any less smart than them, especially after blatantly making jokes like that.
Alan.
I don't even think of my education as being embarrassing or anything. That's the most important thing. But me dropping out of high school, going overseas, was the best choice of my life. So no matter what they try and say to me, I won't mind it one bit.
You have a good point. And because of that, you'd made it this far. Well, anyway, good luck with work today, okay? I'll be heading out to work in a little bit myself.
We're almost to our wedding date, so only a little bit more hard work to go.
Good morning, Sam. Today the weather is perfect, isn't it? This would make the perfect day for your wedding, right? Don't be saying good morning to me, Bree. Do you know what time it is right now? The wedding has just begun. Yet you and your husband are not still here yet. Well, about that, Sam. We decided that today the two of us would no longer be coming to your wedding. Really? So you've really chosen to stay away then? I had said to you before that we didn't really want to come. And after having another talk with my husband about it last night, we decided that today's wedding really isn't something either of us would be enjoying at. So that's why we've chosen not to come. There's not even a good enough reason for us to see a dropout get married to you. What? Excuse me, Bree? Are you really using that as your excuse for not coming today? Well, it's a great excuse though, right? Also, my husband and I are not coming to that wedding will also help you guys as well. There's also a good reason for all of this. And how would you not coming here help us? Because if your husband is a high school dropout, that would mean most of his guests are in the same boat as him, right? Do you understand what would happen if two college grads ended up being in the middle of all of them? They'd all start to get jealous of us too, and then the whole wedding would turn into a riot. Huh? The bride and groom are supposed to be the main point of the wedding, right? But if we are both there catching all the guests' attention, then I feel bad for you two. So consider this me allowing the two of you to have a great wedding by staying away from it. You're lying, right? Are you seriously saying things like that right now? I'm very serious, Sam. So you can go ahead and just give up our seats, please. We are planning to use this day we both took off to stay at home and lay off. But this is the wedding of your older sister. I know that you both don't really want to be here, but are you really going to use that excuse on me? That would mean you are making fun of us again, right? And not only did you just make fun of us too, but all guests that Alan has brought along as well. I'm actually completely done dealing with you both. Even after all the things I'm doing for you, you're going to say that we're making fun of you all? Well, I guess I'd have to say that I've had enough of you as well, so this works out perfectly. Just be happy that I'm at least letting you celebrate your wedding with all those idiots. It'd be a waste of your once-in-a-lifetime event to even have overly intelligent graduates. They're ruining the whole atmosphere.
You're right in saying you'd both be a total waste.
Huh?
It's been a little bit since we last had dinner together, Bri. This would be Alan. I completely understand that you and your husband will not be coming to the wedding, and just to let you know I can agree that the two of you shouldn't be coming to our wedding. So, thank you so much for letting us know that you'll not be making it in today. It warmed my heart to hear that from both of you.
How does that warm your heart? Not only should you be saddened by us not coming to see you guys, but being happy because of it only makes you look more like a dunce.
Well, I'm not a dunce, and that's exactly why I'm happy. You graduated from college and you still don't understand anything yet?
Excuse me, Alan?
I had allowed Sam to invite you to the wedding because you're her little sister. But I knew very well that you and your husband loved to judge people based on their education. And so I really had hard feelings about letting either of you lowlives into my wedding. So now I'd like to share with you those feelings I've had. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so happy you both aren't coming.
You can't just screw around about this now. Did you just call my husband a lowlife? Unlike you, my husband and I are both graduated from universities. Not only just universities, but Ivy League ones. So you have no right to calling either one of us lowlives.
You may have graduated from a very high esteemed university and all, but you left that place forgetting everything you should have learned there. All you are now is just two losers that think you're hot stuff because you have a certificate saying you went there.
Huh? Don't you dare start talking to me like that, you high school dropout. I thought you'd be asking politely to come and see your wedding while offering us money in return. Yet here you are talking to me like I'm an animal. Well, if you're going to keep this up, I'm not giving you and my sister anything as a gift. I have no need for handing gifts to anyone that thinks it's okay to treat me this rudely.
Which is fine, because I wouldn't have accepted it from you guys anyway. Getting anything as a gift from two idiots isn't much to be happy about.
Excuse me? Now you've really pissed me off. You think your little dropout butt can get away making fun of us? It's far too late for you to regret us not coming to your wedding.
Actually, I believe the two of you are far too late to regret what'll happen to you both. Me going easy on you both for your rude behavior by just laughing it all off ends today. I'll make sure that you guys understand that very well.
Well, the two of us aren't ever going to see you ever again now. Now go back to giving all your stupid guests the cheap wedding they've been asking for. There's no way any of them are going to enjoy any of it now, though.
I wonder about that. Well, that'll be it from me. Go ahead and stay inside that house of yours and lay around all day.
Wait, Sam! What the hell is going on right now? Why the hell are those really popular artists showing up to your wedding? Uh-huh? Why do you know about them? I just saw them at your wedding on Instagram. Even my favorite artist, Swiftie Taylor, is there right now. Why is she there with you both, now taking pictures with you? Wow, they've really been posting everything the moment it happens then, huh? What do you think? Are they taking pretty cute pictures of me? But to be honest, standing next to Swiftie like that, I didn't know how to pose myself to match her energy. What's even worse is that the fact that there are Hollywood artists with you both as well. Why would all the actors from Primitive Planet 4 show up to your guys' wedding? Right now, your wedding is #1 on the most viewed events. Some of the live streams are saying that all those artists and actors are there for a friend's wedding. There are pictures of Alan and Mike J posted all over as well. There's no mistaking that that's Alan in all these photos. Oh my gosh, I hate that this is getting so much news right now. I had hoped they'd all come to our wedding while keeping it on a down low. But I guess they're all too popular to just show up without people taking pictures and making posts about it. Please answer my questions right now. Why are all these famous actors and song artists showing up to your wedding today? What kind of lottery did you end up winning for this? What the actual hell is all of that? These people aren't just here because we won some kind of prize. All of them are good friends of Alan. Alan knows a lot of people, and a lot of famous people at that. On top of that, he's worked with a lot of people, and they all made sure to bring friends of theirs as well today. And so that's why we were able to get this many people here today to celebrate the marriage of me and Alan. What? That can't be your answer to my question. What kind of person even is Alan? What the hell has a high school dropout been doing that gotten him to work with this many famous people? I'm sure I had once told you all about the kind of work he does before. Alan is the owner of a record company in California. And due to his success, he's even worked with other countries and their music artists to create hit albums. Actually, he helps with a lot of the music for the movies as well, hence a lot of actors and actresses being here as well. He's the CEO of a record company? I can't remember you ever telling me something as huge as that. Well, perhaps that's due to you need to cleaning out your ears. And there's also a part of you and your husband always treating my husband as though he's an idiot. And so because of that, you both just chose to believe what he could never amount to anything, and stuck with that idea. But normally that'd be the case with dropouts, right? He didn't even graduate high school, Sam? If he couldn't even make it through grade school, his life should be filled with troubles, right? So there was no good reason for me to think he'd have this own company. I definitely was never thinking he had a chance knowing this many famous celebrities. I'm sorry, Bree. The wedding is over now, and we're all going to be moving to an even larger building for the party. I'm so going to be pretty busy again, so I'll text you later. Sam, my husband and I are going to come over there right away. So go ahead and leave us on the list to get in, okay? Huh? I want to be there to get pictures of Swifty Taylor as well. If you could get the whole cast of Primitive Planet 4 together with me, that would be great. I'm really sorry for misunderstanding Alan all this time, but we'll be over there soon. I'll make it up to him by handing him a gift or something. Nope, we don't need either of you here now. And we've already told security that you're no longer on the list, so please don't come unless you want to deal with them. Huh? Having you here would be the wrong choice for us, right? You'd change the whole image of my wedding and after party and make things awkward for all of us. But we are saying that we'd love to come now to celebrate your marriage and everything. If you're upset at me canceling last minute, I apologize to you for that. So please put us back on the list. But you guys are university graduates, so if you guys were here, everyone would become jealous of you two. And we wouldn't want any kind of trouble starting here now, would we? Huh? Just as you told Alan, you said having 2 college graduates here would be a mistake, right? Most of the people here haven't even graduated from college, and some not even high school. Swifty herself never graduated high school, making her a dropout as well. So in order to keep her happy, I'd like you both that you don't come. Wait, are you kidding me? A lot of the celebrities had things happen in their lives that forced them to have dropout before they graduated. But everyone here doesn't care about that and continues to do their best with the work that they love. What? Well, it's time for us to be getting back to the party. Know that if you do try to force your ways in, the security will handle you, and I'll give them full permission to use any force necessary. So if you don't want to get hurt, don't make any efforts to come. Sam, please, can you have Alan come and help us? So, do you think you can ask Alan to come and do something for us? He ended up blocking me and is no longer responding to anything I've been asking him. What the hell have you done now? Especially when you're asking for his help of all people. Well, it's my husband's job and it's gone downhill for him. His company had asked him to take care of a very important and big task, and the artist he was supposed to be working on with has gone and cancelled on him. He told him he no longer wants to work with him. Oh my, how unfortunate for your husband. So what the hell happened to cause all of this? Well, that's, I think the artist had happened to be at your guys' wedding the other day. So I think he learned about us and chose not to work with my husband. He said he doesn't want to work with my husband, and as long as my husband is there, he will not help the company out at all. What? Apparently, that artist also dropped out of high school. And so when he found out about my husband and I making fun of dropouts, he chose to stop dealing with him. He said that if my husband can't come to respect anything other than someone's education, then he can't go suck it. And my husband has tried to apologize plenty of times to him now, but he won't forgive him. Well, it seems you guys really are in a tough position. This task he's been given is very important to the company, so if he can do it, he'll really get a good bonus and perhaps a promotion. So please help us, Sam. Just try something to get your husband to help mine out. I think having you say something to him can help rebuild everything. I'm sorry, but that's not happening. Alan says he doesn't want anything to do with you both. Huh? And he said he blocked you both for that exact reason. And as his wife, I agree what he's asking for. Are you serious? And as your big sister, I warned you both multiple times to stop what you're doing. Yet you guys never once changed your attitudes towards Alan. And of course, I was over you both as well and completely stopped asking you for you to stop it. So please understand that he no longer wants to see you and your husband ever again, and I'm thinking the same thing. You're kidding. You want to cut ties as well? I may not be able to have a good of a job as you and your husband, but I have my amazing high school dropout here to support me. Perhaps this will help you both learn to look past people's educations and start accepting them based on what they act over anything else, like normal adults do. We can't learn that if we're both in trouble. Please, I'll do anything for you as long as you help us. I'll give you anything you ask for, so please. Goodbye forever, Bree. And make sure to let your husband know as well that I said goodbye. I learned that in the end, that task that Bree's husband had been tasked with did not go well over for him or the company he was employed in. And after taking full responsibility for the mistakes made, as well as having to give full apology to said artist from before, he was given a demotion within the company, ending any chances of bonus and promotion. And as for Bree, she had tried her hardest to get me to talk to her again, going all the way to my parents and family about all of this. But because everyone already knew of the reasons for her not coming to my wedding, as well as the stories of how her and her husband treated Alan, not a single person in the family helped her out. And actually, most of them told her just how embarrassing she was as a family member, and that they no longer considered her as family. She was then forced to leave everyone, and now has to find a way to make things work as an outcast from my family with her less than impressive husband.
Hey, Hank, are you there? I just wanted to ask you a really quick favor if you weren't too busy.
Oh, hey, Miranda. Yeah, sure. What do you need?
Well, it's actually just about my job, you see. The vice manager was going to come in today, but then he got hit by a car, so he isn't going to be able to work for a while now.
Oh, shoot. Someone at your work got hit by a car? Hope he's okay.
It doesn't sound like the injuries were life-threatening or anything like that, thankfully. But he did say that he probably wouldn't be able to come into work for about 3 weeks or so, and he asked if I would be interested in covering his shifts.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna be at work a bit more than usual for a while then? What are you gonna do about Lisa then?
Well, I was going to make sure that I would always be able to get off in time to go and pick her up from preschool and take her home.
Oh, well, that's good then. Sounds to me like you've got this whole thing figured out then. So, what seems to be the problem then?
Well, it's just I'll probably have to go into work on the weekends as well, you see.
Oh, really? Well, that really stinks. But I guess you are basically working two people's shifts now, so maybe it can't be helped.
Right, but the thing is that the preschool is going to be closed on the weekends, right? So what I wanted to ask you was if you wouldn't mind watching over Lisa for me on the weekends while I'm at work.
Oh, is that all you wanted to ask me about? Yeah, sure, I could watch her. That's no problem at all.
Wait, what? Really? You're really fine with that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're always keeping an eye on her, so I don't mind it if you ask me to do it for a while.
Thank you so much. You know that I wouldn't be asking you if I was able to do it myself, but I just can't with this sudden new work schedule.
No, you don't need to worry about that at all. I'm at home all the time anyway. It's not like I'm ever going to be out all that often.
I actually think you spend most of your time out of the house, if I can be honest. But when you say that you're going to look after Lisa, you do mean that you're actually going to take care of her, right? Because a lot of times you're just on your phone the whole time in the same room as her.
Are you saying that it's impossible for me to look at my phone and babysit a toddler? I'm pretty sure that I can handle it.
But I want you to do more than just be with her. I want you to play with her and interact with her, okay? Do you think you can handle spending a whole day with her without looking at your phone? Because if you think this is going to be too much for you, I can always just go to my mom and ask her to help out.
You mean you would rather ask your mom to watch Lisa than your own husband? You don't mean that, right? Besides, her house is so far away.
Well, I thought that I would ask her to come up and spend the weekend at our place when I needed her to.
But that would mean that she would be coming over every single weekend for at least 3 weeks. I would hardly get to enjoy myself if that happened.
Okay, well, if you don't want my mom to watch Lisa, how about your parents? Could you just ask them?
No, that wouldn't work either. They also live way too far away. I mean, they're even further than your parents.
Okay then, it sounds to me like it's decided. I guess I'll just call my mom and ask her to do this.
Wait, you can't do that. Do you really have so little faith in me? I mean, Lisa is only 3 years old. I'm sure if I just let her take naps and pop the tablet in front of her that she should be fine, right?
Knowing our daughter, I doubt she would be interested in sitting still for more than a couple of hours.
Look, I'm Lisa's dad, and you came to me first to ask if you could do this, right? So I am telling you that I can do this and you have nothing to worry about.
I did ask you, but I was really nervous to even be doing that, you know? I mean, I feel like the entire time we've been married, I've been doing all of the child rearing and keeping the house clean.
Well, I'm really sorry that I haven't been doing enough.
But what I want to know is if you're going to change and start doing stuff now.
Of course I am. I already told you that it would be fine. Why are you on my back over this?
Well, okay then. If you really want to show me that, let's consider from now until Friday a kind of test run.
You mean that you really don't believe that I can do this?
You said yourself that you haven't been doing enough around the house, so let me just make sure that you know what you're doing.
Well, okay, I guess that's fine.
Okay then, it's a deal. Make sure you don't schedule anything for the next few weekends, please. Hank, are you seriously still not home yet? It's almost 8!
Ooh, yeah, sorry about that. Some fellas at the office invited me out to go drinking after work, and so I got a little caught up.
You mean you're out drinking again? Didn't you do that last week as well? I made dinner for all of us, and now your plate is just getting cold.
You're right, I'm sorry. I should have said something to you sooner. That was my bad.
I even had a fresh salad made because our neighbor gave us some fresh veggies from her garden. But it's so much, and there's no way that Lisa and I are going to be able to eat it all by ourselves.
Okay, jeez. I already said that I was sorry. I'm not sure what else you want from me. I'll just eat the salad for lunch tomorrow, okay?
You do that, but it doesn't change the fact that you've been going out a lot lately.
Well, I already said that I would give up my weekends just to watch Lisa. Am I not allowed to have any fun during the weekday now, too?
Hank, I am very grateful that you agreed to watch Lisa while I have to go to work. But you shouldn't act like spending a time with your daughter is a chore.
Well, it is a chore when I'm only having to help you do it because I'm helping cover for you.
And again, I am really grateful that you're doing this. Honestly, I am. But I'm just thinking that you really don't spend much time at home, and I think it would do you good to get to spend this time with Lisa.
You think that some 3-year-old kid is gonna remember anything from now when she's grown up? I'll just play with her when she's bigger and isn't like, a literal baby.
I wouldn't really call a 3-year-old a baby, but there are plenty of ways that you two can play and have fun. I mean, do you really just not want to spend any time with your child at all?
Look, you might be busy, but I also have a lot of stuff that I have to do, and yet I still agreed to help you out. Does that not count for anything?
Of course it counts! And I've said over and over again how grateful I am to you. I don't get why you're acting so defensive over this. I mean, this is our daughter that we're talking about. Aren't we supposed to raise her together?
I don't remember asking for any lectures from you, thank you very much. I already told you that I would go and watch her on the weekends, and yet you still have something to complain about, huh? Just who do you think you are? It's not my fault that your job is giving you more hours to work, so quit making it my problem.
It's no one's fault at all. My supervisor was hit by a car and is in the hospital. These things just happen. I really don't like the way that you're talking to me right now. I mean, if Lisa got sick, then one of us would have to take off work to be with her, right? It's the same thing.
No, if Lisa got sick, then you would stay home to take care of her. Unlike you, I work a full-time job, so I can't just call out or add hours willy-nilly like you do.
I know that we have different jobs, but I really like where I work, Hank. Now, I'm sorry you're upset that I've been asked to work more, but I think you're making it out to be worse than it really is.
You really have some nerve telling me what I do and don't think, you know that?
Hank, I don't get why you're acting as if I'm being unreasonable. I've given up all my weekends to watch Lisa up to now. All I'm asking is for a little extra help and that you actually play with her. Normally when you come home on the weekends, you just spend all day in your office on the computer. You never help me clean the house. You never say so much as thank you to me for keeping it that way. You just care about yourself.
Okay, I guess if I only care about myself then you don't care if I don't watch Lisa this weekend, is that what you're saying?
Hank, please don't be like that. This is the last time that I'm going to have to go in on the weekend. You know that, right?
Well, I don't care. I'm not gonna go along with your plan any longer until you apologize to me for all your nagging. If you don't like it, then you can just go and ask your mom.
But my mom is away on vacation right now. You said that you would do this for me, Hank.
And just what are you gonna do about that now, huh? Do you want me to watch Lisa this weekend or not? The choice is yours.
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have nagged you so much about this.
And? Is that all you have to say?
I would really, really appreciate it if you could watch Lisa for me this weekend, Hank.
Well, I'm not sure if I quite bought that. You might just have to try again when I get home. So start working on your real apology now.
Hello, Beatrice. I'm really sorry that I couldn't pick up the phone when you called. Do you mind if I ask what it is that you want to talk about? Can you still not pick up the phone? You know how much I hate texting. I'm an old lady, for goodness sake. Anyways, where are you right now? I'm sorry, but I really can't do any phone calls right now. I'm still at work. But I can message you, so please just bear with me. What was it that you wanted to talk to me about? I just wanted to let you know that I broke one of your windows for you. Sorry, what? You broke one of my windows? Like, the windows on my house, is that what you mean? Are you telling me that your grandson was over and he threw a ball through one of them or something like that? No, I mean that I saw your daughter collapsed on the floor. She wasn't moving at all. What were you thinking, leaving a poor 3-year-old girl at home all by herself? Wait, what? She was by herself and she wasn't moving? That's right. I went out to go and hang my laundry on the clothesline and I just happened to see little Lisa on the floor. At first I thought that she had fallen asleep and was taking a nap. I thought she was so cute, so I went to take a closer look, but then I saw her face was beet red. I tried ringing the doorbell to your house to try waking her up, and then I tried banging on the window of the room she was in. There was no response at all. Oh no, that's terrible. Is my daughter okay? What happened to her? It's okay, Miranda, don't worry. I called an ambulance and they came and took her away. I guess she was just having a bit of heat stroke from the sounds of it. I got on the 1 numbers of the paramedics and he told me that she was resting in bed getting fluids pumped into her. Oh, thank goodness. So she's really going to be okay then. Thank you so much for coming to me about this, Beatrice. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all that trouble, though. It's fine. I'm just glad that Lisa is going to be okay. But what I want to know is where you or your husband were. Why was Lisa home alone? If you didn't have anyone to watch your daughter, you should have just asked me to. I love spending time with Lisa. But I thought that Hank was home with her. He was supposed to be anyways. Well, when the paramedics arrived, they said that there was no one else in the house. Even if Hank was asleep somewhere, the sound of broken glass should have woken him up. Are you still at your house? Do you know if his car is still in the driveway? I don't remember seeing any cars parked in your spot at all. And that means that Hank just left Lisa behind to go through something. Oh, I see. Well, I'm very sorry that you had to find out this way. I didn't mean to blame you, but I just wanted to know what was going on. No, you're right to be so upset over something like this. I would never leave Lisa alone. And I am responsible for this on some level, of course. I know that I should never have asked Hank for his help with this. Well, I think that you and Hank need to talk about this later. Do you think that you can get to the hospital to be with Lisa? Of course. I'm at work right now, but I'll explain what happened to get someone to cover for me. Okay then. I'll let them know that you'll be arriving shortly. I'll head over myself so I can tell you the details of what happened in person and be there for you both, of course. I know that you must be feeling a lot of things all at once right now, but you need to remember to keep cool and be safe. Your daughter needs you right now, so take care of yourself on the way over.
Miranda, are you there? Something really bad happened. I need you to call me as soon as you get off work, okay? I tried calling you at work, but nobody picked up. Please, this is really bad. Just call me as soon as you can, okay?
What is it, Hank? What do you want?
Are you done working? Can you call right now? This is an emergency.
I'm afraid that I can't really get on the phone right now.
Please, this is serious. I need to talk to you right now. Lisa has been kidnapped.
What do you mean by that? What did you do to our daughter?
I didn't do anything. But when I got home, a window was broken and Lisa was gone.
How could that happen? And what do you mean when you got home? I thought that you were with her.
Sorry, I didn't mean get home. I just meant got downstairs. Yeah, I was taking a nap on the 2nd floor.
Oh, really? But someone broke a window and that didn't wake you up at all?
I guess I must have been in a real deep sleep from all the babysitting I've been doing. I'm so sorry, though. I have no idea how this happened.
So even though you think our daughter is missing, you're still going to lie to me about where you were. That's it. We're getting a divorce.
Wait, what? What do you mean? How can you say that I'm lying? This is really serious.
Calm down. It is serious, but not in the way you think. I'm with Lisa in the hospital right now.
The hospital? Wait, what are the two of you doing there? Is everything okay?
Well, Lisa passed out in our home because she was suffering from heat stroke. Our neighbor Beatrice saw her through the window and tried to wake her up, but it didn't work. Finally, she threw a rock through the window just to save her.
But wait, is that really what happened? Oh, thank goodness.
This isn't good at all, Hank. Just where were you? Why weren't you at home? Beatrice said that your car wasn't in the driveway. Did you go out for lunch or something? Why would you just leave Lisa in the home without AC on?
You don't understand. I just stepped out for a little bit. I was just gonna go to the convenience store, that's all.
Which convenience store? Because there are plenty that you could have just walked to from our place. Or did you really have to drive all the way to go and pick up a bag of chips or whatever it was you were getting? And that still doesn't explain why you would leave Lisa.
I really am sorry, okay? I never thought things would go like this.
But you still aren't answering the questions. I want to know where you were. I know that you lied to me, so just tell me the truth.
The truth is that I had a friend who had spare tickets to a baseball game, and he asked me at the last minute if I would want to go.
I don't believe it. What in the world were you thinking, Hank?
I just thought that I would watch the game and then go straight back home, I swear. I thought that I was gonna be away for like an hour, and I just turned off the AC without really thinking about it, okay? I'm sorry.
So you left Lisa alone in the house for over an hour then?
But when I left the house, she was still asleep. I thought that I would come back and she would still be sleeping.
I don't even know what to say. Do you even want to be a father? How could you do this? I mean, you're an adult and you really thought it would be okay to leave a 3-year-old alone in a hot house like that. And this isn't any child. This is your daughter that we're talking about here.
I know, I really am sorry, but I didn't think things were gonna go this way. I was just getting so stressed about not being able to do anything on the weekends.
You were stressed because you had to watch your daughter on the weekend. I've been working for almost 3 weeks straight now.
Well, sure, but I mean, why didn't you just ask your mom to do this?
Because you insisted that you be the one to watch her, don't you remember?
But look, I have to work during the weekend, you know that.
And I work and take care of the kid. What is your point? I'm basically on the clock all the time.
I really am sorry, okay? I know what I did was wrong now, and it's never gonna happen again.
You're darn right it isn't going to happen again. Lisa and I are staying the night at the hospital, and then tomorrow you are going to sign the divorce papers.
Wait, no, please, don't do this. I said I really am sorry. Why do we have to get a divorce on top of all that? This is the only time this has ever happened.
And this one could have cost Lisa her life, don't you realize that?
Don't you think you're being just a little bit dramatic?
How so? You almost killed our daughter to go watch a sports game.
You're right, I shouldn't have done that. But I'm listening and I'm learning, and all I ask for is a second chance. I mean, doesn't how panicked I got when I couldn't find Lisa count for anything?
You were just pathetic, do you know that? Do you think I want any of your little excuses or platitudes? You aren't taking responsibility for this at all.
Please don't do this to me, Miranda. You two are all I have in this world. You can't just leave me. I really am sorry.
I knew that I should never have left Lisa with you. And here I thought you actually wanted to try and be a good father. Well, I am never going to make that mistake again. The next day, I went back home to confront Hank in person. I dropped Lisa off at my mom's place so she wouldn't have to see us fight. Hank refused to sign the divorce papers, and in the end, it took a whole month and bringing in his and my parents to finally make him cry. Although I was always going to tell our parents what had happened, his reaction to me wanting a divorce ended up turning everyone against him. I couldn't care less, though. I'm just glad to be done with this marriage. Over time, however, the details of our divorce started being passed down the grapevine, and soon even all of Hank's co-workers knew what he had done. It wasn't long before Hank was truly left alone with no family or friends on his side. After the divorce, I went to go and live with my parents while I looked for a job and a new house for Lisa and I. It took some time, but I finally found a full-time position and an affordable apartment. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.